You ask of me when I was young and strutting in me prime, and you talk of days gone by, and you take me back in time to July 1916, and tears come to the fore, when we marched over no man's land amid the grass and straw. 'Twas on a summer's morning, a day when grown men cried, with 60,000 casualties, and not one general died. With all me mates around me, smiling, young and brave, we climbed over the parapet, wave on foolish wave, to face the old barbed wire and mud, singing as we go, shoulder unto shoulder, and marching heel to toe. 'Twas on a summer's morning, a day when grown men cried, with 60,000 casualties, and not one general died. Well, we never knew what hit us upon that fateful dawn. We never even realized that we were just a pawn. Though we saw so many comrades face down on the ground, we all kept going forward, and no one turned around. 'Twas on a summer's morning, a day when grown men cried, with 60,000 casualties, and not one general died. With numbers thinning out, me boys, all along the field, there was nowhere out upon the plain to give us just a shield. We stood out like scarecrows among the standing corn, marching out to hell and back, ragged, tattered, torn. 'Twas on a summer's morning, a day when grown men cried, with 60,000 casualties, and not one general died. They saw the numbers on a map, to them it's just a game. They moved their counters round the board, but we died just the same. They didn't take the blame, you see, they didn't get the sack. As far as general staff's concerned, there was no turning back. 'Twas on a summer's morning, a day when grown men cried, with 60,000 casualties, and not one general died. But we that made it back, me boys, were never quite the same. Some with broken bodies and some with addled brains. To the generals we were failures, 'cause we didn't take the line. But we lived through that day again, time after bloody time. 'Twas on a summer's morning, a day when grown men cried, with 60,000 casualties, and not one general died.